What's up, beautiful people? It's me, Ricky Jones Jr. I'm already hot, sweaty, and not exhausted, but nonetheless, in this video, we will be creating the automatic watering solution for my chicks, okay? I had to make a renovation. However, I'm gonna bring you all for the journey. Let's go! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people? Like I said, today we will be using the rainwater barrel to create a self-watering system for the chicks in the back, okay? And so I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, just making sure everything will line up and configure and be the way I desire for it to be, so that this video is worth watching. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end, because I definitely will show you each and every piece necessary to make sure you do what you want to do well, okay? And make sure you're able to do it the first time, which is almost most important. But nonetheless, here we go. Let's get to it, okay? And one of the things I'm going to do first on this video is cut the holes, as well as put the watering scenarios on the PVC pipe, okay? And so I'll make sure I'll explain everything to you, and the things that I can link, I'll put links down below that you can purchase on Amazon so that you can get to this project ASAP rocket. All right, gay people? All right, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so let's talk about tools of the trade. So first we have this little drill bit scenario that usually you would use to drill, like, you know, starter holes in wood. However, I am using it to drill starter holes in the PVC pipe, with the idea that the piece that came along with the little watering cup scenarios, it wasn't like sharp at the end. Therefore, I was like, let me just start a hole, and then from there I can complete the hole with the drill bit that came with the cup. So that's the idea behind that. And then I have my PVC snips, the cuts scenarios, knowing that I was going to cut it in half somewhat, being able to connect then the T-pipe fitting scenario, you know, putting 2 cups on either side, knowing that I was going to stick it through the holes and all that good stuff, which we're going to get to it, so make sure you stay tuned for that aspect of it. And then from there, you see me then connecting it, and then, you know, making sure that there is space between each cup, which I wanted like 10 inches in between each cup, knowing that the birds can all drink together, or 4 at a time type scenarios type deal, because when I did it before, they were a little bit too close. And so really, though there were like 3 cups, only 2 can you know, drink at a time. And so to eliminate the whole pecking order and another reason for the ladies to fight, we gonna go ahead and add 4 cups with the proper spacing and all that jazzmatazz. Now I do want to say, for those that are watching me and probably like, oh my gosh, what did he just do? Yes, I did go through both sides, and there's the whole scenario that came with the cup deal. So, you know, just showing you the tool that they sent did work and does fit. Boom shakalaka. However, like I said, I did drill through with the little starter hole scenario all the way through from one side of the pipe to the other, and I end up having to do it all over again. So definitely keep that in mind when it's your turn, your go, your jab and stab at it, to be mindful, only go through one side of the pipe, and that'll do it, because if not, you'll sabotage your whole project. And so now that I have the holes fitted and things like that, then I was able to get the cups, the watering cups, and then like spin it on in there, because it was a spin side. And so, you know, making sure everything is nice and clean, which on the second one, I will say I did create a black line, just to make sure everything was nice and straight, which I didn't do here, but I did do on the second round that I did not record because I was borderline embarrassed. However, I'm gonna share it with you all because it is something that I did do that I would hope that you don't do, okay? And so creating that black line is definitely gonna make sure everything stays nice and straight and aligned, is what I was going for with it, and it did work out well, which you'll see that whole scenario once we get outside. And so just then spinning the cups into the pipe areas, boom shakalaka, will be good to go from there, which it does screw in there fairly easy. Some are a little bit harder to introduce to the hole than others. However, once you get it in and get it started, it will twist properly and accordingly. And sometimes it's just easier to twist the PVC pipe, as you can see what I'm doing here. And you know, it has a, I will say, it does have like a plastic washer that will be between the cup and the pipe itself. And so, you know, that does help to eliminate the whole drippage and things like that, knowing that it won't be screwed all the way in. But again, That's another thing we'll get to and attend to at the end. And I will say, you definitely want to put a cap on the endings, your two endings of your PVC pipe, or else your water will leak out. It will gush out. It will flow out of either side of your PVC pipe scenario. So make sure you put a cap on that bad boy. And then, you know, I'm just looking at it like, oh, is it straight? Is it straight? Why? Because I don't have the black line. However, we're going to eliminate that problem going forward, and you will not have that problem because you're listening to what I'm saying. So anyway, with all that being said, here we are screwing it in, and you know, just making sure it does what it needs to do. And let's see what's next. Boom, putting the T back on. It was easier doing one side at a time, which is why I separated it. And then from there, you know, you just make sure it's nice and tight, because I did not want to use like the whole sealant and all that good stuff just in case. And because I've gone through pipes before where I thought it was where I wanted it to be and what I wanted it to do, and it did not work out. However, I was able to get by without having to put any of that sealant and things like that there. So hey, boom shakalaka. And like I said, put the cap on there, make sure it's nice and tight, you know what I'm saying? And it'll make everything better, happy, easy. And here you are, you see me like trying to line it up, realizing that it was the PVC pipe that wasn't aligned all the time, not necessarily the holes. But here we are outside. Outside, I have the snips to snip the hardwire cloth, making the hole. And now I have the fitting. Boom, there's the T. And there's always a curious hen that is trying to figure out, what am I doing? Why am I here? And what am I doing new to the Coop? So in essence, I just wanted to make sure I fitted it where I wanted it to go. And so boom shakalaka, I created the hole for the T, and then I realized it was just a little bit easier to stick the PVC pipe from the outside in and then attach the T fitting that way. So I did it that way, and it worked out best for me. So definitely give that a go when it's your turn. And I will say, connect the PVC pipe first, and then you'll be able to do it from the inside than the outside. All right, great people. So now that we have that solidified, let's talk about the barrel. Oh, y'all just want to talk now. You just want to talk when I'm talking, huh? Yes, you do. You're the head in charge? Okay, anyway. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the hole that I will be using to feed the pipe as far as the rainwater situation. And then here's an out spigot, which it'll all make sense when you see it all put together. And so what device I'm going to use is, I'll be using this here scenario. So this will be on the inside of the rainwater barrel. This will be on the outside, in which the PVC pipe, will come out from. Well, essentially it'll look like this. And so boom shakalaka, I'll be able to screw in and out. Oh, she is so determined. A 1/2 inch PVC pipe, and so that will be my outspout. So this is going to make sure everything stays nice and secure, as well as waterproof. So let me go ahead and attach this to the rainwater barrel, and then I'll be able to then set up my PVC out into the inside area so the ladies can get some fresh water. All right, so now that I have this in there nice, sealed and tight, she's just waiting. What I will be doing now is this here piece in which there's a screw top and then a 1/2 inch outlet, in which I'm able to then screw in here. Let me put my gloves on so I can have some nice grip, not to diminish all the work that I've done so far. All right, so now I have an out area in which I have a corner. I have a connector because I cut it, and then I have another corner, right? Essentially, I'm just trying to use pipe that I've already used before on other previous projects, and that I didn't ultimately stay using. So now let's go ahead and put it on the stand. Alright family, I apologize for not recording each and every step of the process. However, these ladies are very loud. But anyway, the space is also very tight. And so essentially what I have here is a outspout to a corner scenario, or 90 degree is what it's really called. And then we have the 1/2 inch PVC pipe going down to another 90 degree, and then into where the pipe is. So there's the pipe right there, in which of course, you know, on the inside we have the zip ties holding it up. And so essentially, boom shakalaka, this is our water scenario. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in the top here, and of course I will have to do that, or it'll catch some rainwater as it rains. So here we go again, like I said, with the outspout. So the outspout is also going to allow for me to keep, you know, flushing this water out when and if necessary. But then also too, there's a difference in height, so that, you know, all that good stuff. But really, it's because of height, really, how far I can go down in this area. That's as far as my arm will stretch. And then of course, here's the outspout that I can, you know, water plants or just flush out the system if and when necessary. So let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up with water and then check on what it looks like on the inside as well. So let's go. Boom shakalaka, we have water. Oh yeah, we have water. 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 Nice. Now we just have to check for any leaks, which I have some drips here and there, which of course I didn't water seal anything, but of course, woo, bit my hand. But of course I wanted to check just to see how things were going to be and operate as the current state, making sure everything flowed properly, which it does. And so here we have a little drip, drop, drip, which is to be expected. And so we'll seal these here leak scenarios up. But in the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new system, which is to the side, out the way, in the shade, but then also in a way that it's up high enough that they're not able to just kick water into it, which the problem over here is that they were able to. Over here, they won't. So I'm definitely excited about it being like this. And so let me just go ahead and tighten things up, and we'll be good to go. Boom! All right, great people, and just like that, we ultimately have, boom, a change of shirt, but then two, the conclusion of this here video. And so now you know what you can do, what you should do, and how to make it all happen. And so honestly, I really don't even have to like seal anything. I was just able to squeeze things together to prevent the leak and drippage and drops and things like that from going. But at the end of the day, they will have even more water to be able to drink from, which will ultimately help me. But then of course, like I said, with the cups and things the way they are, they're able to get water in all 4 cups, but then it's also high enough that they're not able to kick dust and things like that. But I'll definitely be mindful of it, check in with it every other day. Honestly, it's not going to be every day. Every other day I'll come check on it just to make things are the way I want them to be. And yeah, man, so if there was anything I would do differently, what I would do is lower the stand in which the barrel is on, because it's honestly higher and taller than I am. Therefore, I'm able to like, well, I'm not able to, but I'm having to use things to step on to get to it ultimately. And so that's a little bit awkward, but hey, we are where we are. And honestly, if you know better, you'll do better. And so that's the better that I would ask of you to do, or suggest for you to do. Not that you have to, but that you can. So in it all, with it all, everything else I'm happy with so far. But of course, I'll give you all updates and things like that. So click that subscribe button, hit that bell notification when those things come about. And so yeah, the ladies are watered, so now I can go ahead and get the watering system for my raised bed, you know. All right, great people, love y'all.